Hello and welcome to Dearborn. And welcome to the good old USA. And welcome to the state of Michigan. Got them all lined up. And I'm here at the Dearborn Administrative Center. I dropped off some DVDs so you can watch my show on public access. All right, well, we got a little snow this morning. This was Monday morning, April 17th. And not the best day to plant flowers, but that day will come soon enough. They usually say around Mother's Day is a good time, or it's safe. All right, I'm here at the original Ford Field, at least the parking lot, and they were tearing down. They had the Martian run on Saturday, April 15th, and I missed all that. They have park rules for these picnic shelters. Anyways, the Dearborn Homecoming will be back over here at Ford Field, the original Ford Field. What is it, the first weekend in August, I believe. All right, Istanbul, never been, but it's on the bucket list of things to do. What a gorgeous city. I've heard a lot of history. Anyways, the Ramadan nights, I got a flyer at the city hall, and they mentioned they were having a get-together out here on West Village Drive, just south of Michigan Avenue, and right along this block here. Anyways, I went in this place. I've wanted to show the lights here, the Turkish lights. I love these things. They're little art objects that light up oh so beautifully. I asked the person behind the counter if it was okay to take pictures, and he said yes, so I went to town. I wanted to check each and every one of these things. I don't know if they would sell them at the store here. They probably have a connection and say where you could buy them. If you got the whole display, it would probably be kind of pricey, but maybe just one might be affordable. And if I came here at nighttime, the colors probably would really pop. But anyways, I wanted to get a coffee and scope things out. Now, the moon is a big part of Ramadan. So, and then I think they might allow you to try on a hat if you like. My dad's name is Otto. I think he started the Ottoman Empire, and then it just went on from there. I could be wrong, but look, I got a coffee. And look at the exquisite, art is everywhere, even in the coffee cup thing. And then you get a little dessert tray or a nut tray, and that's the Turkish flag there. And that was looking so good, I decided to grab one, and look at even the plasticware glimmers or shimmers. So I'm at Galata Sweets. And so, yeah, look at the detail here. This is like fine china. I never get this kind of stuff at home. So I decided to take a spin around the counter here to see what other goodies they had. I'm not familiar with the names for all these things, but I'm sure some people enjoy these little delicacies. But yeah, so I just doing a little spinorama here. But yeah, I love those lights. And then the vest too, you can do that. And then this harkens back to 537 AD. I love the mosque, the architecture involved with that. And I think for the ladies, if they wanted to be a princess, and this would have been me, the magic carpet ride, do one of those things. I would have loved to have seen one of those carpets floating around and stuff. That would be a neat trick, but yeah. But the lighting was what gets me. These are exquisite. I love them. So I'll have to inquire on that. Well, then in the parking garage, they had this. This is like a photo op, and I thought they'd have a few more Ramadan, not easy for me to say, Ramadan nights. And they stopped it a few weeks earlier, so I missed out on that. But I guess this is the site where they have the farmers market also in the summertime. So, and then they have a green space out here, and it's snowing. It's crazy here. But they have a place there for like a stage where a band could play. So I would imagine you could have some performances. You could even drive your bike up and then even walk up to get a coffee if you like. This was a new one on me. We have all the drive-up windows. This is a walk-up window. It was closed today. I don't blame them. It was cold. But they have espresso and specialty lattes. This is the black box. And then they're into art too, which is great. So they have artists showcase their works. So I'm going to have to get out more. This, the Commoner, I love this. This has got like that building turret up top. And it's a boutique cafe. And then look at this, outdoor seating for when the weather gets warmer. God, there was a ghost ad up there, and they whitewashed it. That harkened back to their earlier times. They should have kept that. But I got an old video from way back when they revealed that. It was pretty cool. Across the street, a building built in 1919. Wow, that's old. That's older than me, even. All right, coming soon, Kung Fu Tea. I don't know if that's a QR code or not. Probably not. But, yeah, and this area is going to be where they're going to have the Memorial Day Parade. They moved it again this year, so this will be kind of interesting. But we got time to get prepared for the Memorial Day Parade. That'll be near the end of May. All right. Then I know the Nordine brothers, they do a lot of steel sculptures and then also incorporate it with glass. And so they're all over town in Dearborn and Detroit. But I couldn't resist, actually. I love these guys here, these got to be collectible. The Indian chiefs here, and then maybe Sherlock Holmes, and then this guy, I recognize him too, Tricky Dick. Yeah. So some wood carvings. And then this is the original 6 for the hockey arenas. And none of these still exist. There's Boston Garden. There's Olympia there. And yeah, but the Red Wings haven't done all that well lately. We're going to have to work on that a little bit. We're all proud to be American. And Michigan Avenue in Mason here, this is one of the ringleaders for setting the prices on gasoline. So this is the way it was on Monday, April 17th. I love the storefront here. The old school gas station look. Yes, indeedy. D12 is a recent addition, and it's a Ramadan hotspot. So Ramadan, yeah, they have to do the fasting between dawn and dusk. So at nighttime is when, it pops again with the restaurants and eating and all that. It becomes more festive. So that was a hot spot. But the Galata Suites, I like this mural here. You're not far from Istanbul. But yeah, you could take a break out here. So we're just waiting for the warmer weather for all that to happen. And then just a little bit further down, there's a nice garden, but we're waiting for the better weather. Malak, I think I was told it means the king in Arabic or however they do it. But yeah, they'll improve the garden. Now, this street is closed off, as I understand. They got it painted up a little bit, too. And, yeah, so they have the farmer's market. So fruits and vegetables and the like. I'm going to have to check that out one of these days. Here, the Nordine brothers, they got a couple sculptures. They even have them lined up. And then at nighttime, they'll have the fires. So even the fire pits here are decorated up. And then the parking garage, you could sit down out here and have lunch or whatever, and then look at these nice little pictures they have. Ah, there's the glass house. It's a timeless building. Now, United Arab Emirates and United Kingdom, they have to switch those flags. I'll get into that later, but they go in alphabetical order. I'm pedantic about some things. But yeah, they got some images here of the city of Dearborn. There's our Centennial Library. And I'll even have a picture of that a little bit later, some video there. The John Dingle Transit Center. That looks like Henry Ford Museum, the Dearborn Inn. And Dearborn has a nice collection of older homes that are styling. Yes, indeed. So a little visual tour of Dearborn. And I love the weather vane here. I had shown that in a previous show. That's pretty kick-ass. But that's like a country club. You have to have a few dollars to be a member there. All right. Art is everywhere. And the trains, they got the red light going this way. So I imagine they come from the other side. It's a green light. We got 2 tracks here, which is good. There's some places between here and Chicago where it's just 1 track. So we need to improve efficiency for time and stuff and have that 2-track thing going. All right. Sometimes I feel like a motor mouth when I'm doing this show because there's so much I want to say in such a short period of time. I really have to work my mouth quickly. Sometimes I garble my words too. I talk too fast for my tongue to properly do it. But yeah, that's a good dentist place. This I'm think it's part of a bank, but it has that mosque type look to it on the top, architecturally speaking. Down yonder is the station. I get my Metro Times there sometimes they have Dearborn Music. That was like the world's largest paint can. I'm just taking the camcorder through a little spin through the neighborhood. I'm running errands here and there, but these trees are popping, these white trees. And I've always wanted to show this. This has been since 1919, so that's before my time even. But they've been around for a spell, and they're advertising the St. Francis Cabrini Festival. But yeah, this stands out, and year after year, they keep this going, and they do a nice job. And it's right on Monroe Boulevard. Or is it Avenue? Monroe. Let's just say Monroe. So a couple kids. I don't know if they got seatbelts for them up there, but maybe in simpler times they didn't need them back then. And then a rooster crowing up top. Yeah, they got some good detail here. They did a fine job. And the horse eats oats. So if you're thinking carrots and apples too, I think are good little treats. But yeah, I like these trees though. That's one of those signs of spring when they pop like that, those white trees. I'm not sure what species of tree that is. All right, the senior center nearby, and then you got Real Meals to Go. This is all near my hood. All right, I got one of these in change. This is the bicentennial quarter, Drummer Boy. And in 2026, just less than 3 years from now, we're going to be celebrating our 250th birthday party. So I'm wondering what our coins will look like for then. Boston. Just want a little peace of mind. Oh, for sure. That was the first concert I ever went to. Boston at what was then Cobo Arena. It's no longer there. All right, Marty the Bear was telling me need to fill up that bird feeder. They spill a lot of the food. I'm trying to tell them, clean up after yourself. There's a whole bunch of food down there and grab that before I refill it, but they don't listen to me. I cleaned out the flower bed out front. I'm going to plant some wildflowers. I even got the hose out of the basement. And then this is the perfect family, and they have a lot of them in the city of Dearborn Heights. Male, female, boy, girl. All they need is the cat, dog, and goldfish and the white picket fence. I thought I'd need the starter fluid, but I had drained the gas tank, which is good, and let it run totally dry, and then it started up the first pull. I couldn't believe it. It was great. All right, Beavis and Butthead, they're after me. I have a Camaro RSSS in the garage. It's been sitting here for an awfully long time. I blew the engine up on it. It's got a 350. The first year they put the small block Chevy in a vehicle was the Camaro. And then this, it's a lady's car, I'll admit that. It's got automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, and air conditioning. Totally a lady's car. And I'm going to have, I got some work to do. And then I found this before I cut the grass. I was just checking so I didn't run over anything, and then I saw this. I think that's a robin egg. It's a little bit bespeckled there. All right, so then I started, or I'm gonna fire this up. I'm gonna have a little wildflowers out back too, and then art is everywhere, even in the hose. The hose was kind of stuck in that position, in the wound position, and the sun will have to bake on it to make it straighten it out. It's all curly cued up there. All right, so here's our football inspired bridge, and this was on April 20th. It's 420. It's kind of in a lot of people's minds. They're working on trying to get that as an official holiday. We'll see how that works out. All right, we're proud to be American, and I was in the neighborhood. This is on East Grand Boulevard. And I'm checking out some of these homes because a few years prior, was it last year? Nicole Curtis, who has a HGTV cable show just north of Kercheval on East Grand Boulevard. She had a fight with the city of Detroit, the land bank. I think she paid some money to get the house, and then there was some red tape and so forth as to who really owned it, and they had to go to court. Anyway, she won, and she was going to rehab the house. That's what she does. She's really good at that. She's kind of like a local hero as far as improving old houses and neighborhoods and bringing them back to life. But this house, I explored it back a while ago, and it's in bad shape. But they're doing some work. The porch, it wasn't in that bad a shape. I don't know if they're going to just take it all down and just rebuild the whole thing. We'll take a look-see out back. And the backyard has a lot of debris still around here. Hopefully the bones are good kind of thing. But yeah, this is going to take a lot of work, and I just don't know how you do it. She's got a good crew working for her, and I'm sure she's got the best people to do the job. But still, there's a lot of work, so I don't know how she's going to make the dollars and cents work kind of thing. Here's a downspout. This is the neighbor's house. But yeah. But East Grand Boulevard used to be the boulevard back in the day. And it would be nice to make it all grand again. She's got a little artillery at the corner house. And I thought this house was already rented out. Nicole Curtis owns at least 2 homes here. Here's the alley out back, and if you were tired, I almost thought of taking a little nap there, but I wanted to keep moving. But This house has a nice chimney or smokestack. And DDOT, I didn't catch it at first, but it's the DDOT, Detroit Department of Transportation. So you can get the bus here, and then you got 2 lanes for the bicycles. And yeah, this there's some grand houses though here. That one was nice, and the one next door to it. So all of these just need some tender loving care and to be brought back to relevancy would be great for the whole block, not just for a few houses. Like this one needs a little work there. All right, folks, you're watching Motor Capital, and if you miss an episode, you can go to det.com, and I have the latest 2 or 3 episodes. I got to make sure my website's still active, though. It's kind of having trouble with my web design crew over there. But anyways, here's a nice church. I was just driving around the neighborhood, and then churches pop. Here, I said Checkers before. That's Domino's. At a previous show, it's like I got my games all confused. But yeah, that's when you're playing Domino's. That would be a double 5 or whatever, or 10. But yeah, we speak up, and which is good, so that hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. No, they're keeping an eye on things, which is great. So here, it's a Catholic church, St. Charles. And I was going to look for the cornerstone. I don't know what the proper protocol for cornerstones, if you have it, like when you're facing the building, if it's to the left or to the right. But I wanted to see. I said, man, this is a nice looking church. When was it built? So we'll have to take a look-see for that. But yeah, this was a Thursday. It's nice to always take a peek inside, but they weren't open at this time. But they got nice doors. Here in 1918, St. Charles. And then look at the downspout here. It looks like they put a new attachment because it's all nice and shiny and stuff. A little curvature going on. And then it goes way up top, up to the roof line. That's a long downspout. The street next door is brick. So that's cool when you can do that old school stuff. And then the church, I don't know, they're kind of mixing things up a little bit. They're getting involved with real estate. Thought there was like a separation of church and state, but maybe they can get into real estate and it might be okay. Down the street on East Jefferson, I'm on my way to the Vanity Ballroom, which is right here, Jefferson and Newport. And they're going to have a music festival. Thornetta Davis is going to perform. I think part of the money goes to help rehab this beautiful dance hall, dance club, performance center, whatever. It was happening back in the day. It had like a floating dance floor and stuff. That would have been too good for me. I can't dance, but for people that were good, they'd probably just be gliding across the floor. But that Vanity Ballroom is like the Grandy Ballroom on Grand River. Both of these places need to be brought back to their former glory. But yeah, I was just driving around. I wanted to check up on things. I'll get back to you when that blues festival is. This is like the Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood. And this kind of like borders close to Grosse Pointe. I actually stopped in at Marshall's Bar. And that's like a sweet dive bar. It's near Alter Road in Jefferson. And they had a fire out back. I met Andy, and he was from Mumbai, India. And I was talking to him, and he immigrated from India to the States. I don't think he's a naturalized citizen yet, but he's traveled all over the world and all over the U.S., and he said he really likes Detroit. So I was talking to him for a while, saying what was it he liked so much about Detroit, but he likes the vibe and the energy. It was great to hear somebody, a foreigner, actually speaking so highly of Detroit. So maybe we got something going on here. Now, this is where I wanted to go originally. They said they had blues here on Thursday night, but they got the roll-up door pulled down, and it's locked up down there, and no blues music for me. I was like, damn, I was looking forward to this. And I call them on the telephone and no answers, so I don't know how that works. I'm going to have to get back with you on that one. Now this, I don't know if that's a dog or if it's a fox or something. There's so much empty prairie land in Detroit. That might be like a German Shepherd. I don't know. Look, heaven on earth. Yeah, I was just driving around a little bit trying to do the blues thing. I ended up at Nancy Whiskey's, but they didn't have entertainment because it was a Thursday night. But Grand River has a lot of murals. And just west of the downtown area, you'll see a ton of murals all over the place. And there was a function at the junction there, but I didn't step inside. But this house with the lighting, it looks like a dollhouse almost, but just the design, and it looks clean, and the colors look great. So... And then, yeah, this murals, the robots are going to take over. I don't know how long before they do, but I think we can buy ourselves a little time on all that. But, okay, I took a nice nap. Okay, well, I'm going to round out the top of the hour with this place, Brooksey's Lounge. And I know Michelle, who's a singer, and she told me she was performing on Friday nights here. Every other Friday night she performs here at Brooksey's. It's a bar and grill, and it's an exclusive lounge. I like the sign out front. It changes colors and everything. And what's that say? Zellick 1985? No, that's not... I'm going to have to look at that again. All right, the detour. I like taking the detour whenever I can. It's most fun. So Central, there's the city limits right where the train tracks are. Dearborn's the other side of the train tracks there, and then this side's Detroit. So West Warren and Central. So that's where it is. Just go where the lights are flashing. All right, so we're going to catch some band action. A young lady has her birthday party. It's going to be some fun. So we'll listen in here for a little bit. Oh, that's where we are, where the star is there. The yellow is Detroit and the pink is Dearborn. So you're just outside the Dearborn city limits. sign everywhere, sign. But yeah, dance at your own risk if you're going to use the pole there. This is the name of the band here, blues band. These guys are great. So you can put a bucket or a ducket in the bucket, and I did. All right, here's the main stripper pole here, but you're not supposed to take your clothes off. And again, dance at your own risk. Birthday girl's shaking a leg, and she's a great dancer, but she's the big part of the party scene here for sure. Born before 2002 to get allowed or get admittance to the bar here. All right, Michelle here is cranking out the tunes. Great band, great scene, and yeah, was having a good time. fellas with the cowboy hat, and it was like lots of pictures taken and all that. They were doing it up. They were having fun. So yeah, birthday girl was the life of the party, and yeah, it's always fun to have a birthday party and all your best friends and stuff come around to celebrate with you. Balloons and all that. They had a cake. Oh yeah, I don't think they missed out on anything. And then when they celebrate a birthday, it's just not like the black folk. It's not just like the one day thing when your birthday falls on that day. They kind of make it into like a month-long celebration. And I'm sure some people maybe even take it to the next level and make it like they celebrate their birthday year-long, not just for the month. Just saying. Oh, and they have food here coming up a little bit later. I was keeping an eye on things. But I didn't get a plate. I'm going to have to do that next time.
Tonight, we thank you for the celebrations going on of another year of life. We thank you for another year of reunion. Lord, we ask that you bless this food that's been prepared for us tonight and the hands that prepared it. And Lord, we ask that you bless it for the nourishment of our bodies. For Christ's sake. In the name of Jesus we pray, amen. Thank God.
All right, now it's okay to dig in. And I missed out. I should have, but I didn't want to overstep my bounds. I was just happy that I could be part of the scene here or capture it. But next time I'm going to dig in. Yes, indeedy.
Drop a couple of nuggets in there, buddy, if you don't mind. And so he's asking that you all come out and celebrate with him. And very own Brooksey. There are flyers, y'all. So make sure you grab a couple of flyers so you can invite some folks to come down and celebrate.
Oh, yeah, that's the big anniversary party, and that's coming up on Derby Day. When you see the Kentucky Derby on TV, remember that as soon as the Derby's over, head on down to Brooksey's, because they're going to be partying at least until the food is gone. So I think I'll be like Arnold. I'll be back.
All right. We're going to do this for y'all. A little speedy, and we're going to get up out of here. All right.
That little cymbal guy stuck in there in the middle.
Try
nobody's jumping on that stripper pole, which I'm bumming because I was in perfect position for any of that action going down. I was ready, but it's an older crowd, so maybe it's not the thing, but on certain nights, I think the action does go down. It all depends if it's if somebody makes it rain. I think, you know, when you get those single dollar bills and make it rain, then you start seeing some action. Although you got to keep your clothes on, so no tequila.
Good night. We're going to turn it over to Lady One Step, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Sunshine. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. Keep celebrating to the end of the month, baby. Yeah. Calvin and Joyce. Keep loving and celebrating on each other. All right? I wish y'all 29 plus more. It's a beautiful thing. We love y'all. We are the Detroit Soulful Blues Band. Good night, y'all.
I should have gone. They told me birthday girl's name. She was very gracious. She was a lot of fun. And she had the moves that I think back in the day, there was a song, like she has the milkshake that brings the boys to the yard, something like that. Forget exactly how it goes, but yeah, she was doing it. So everybody had a great time. They played 2 sets, and then they're going to clear things out and get ready for the young whippersnappers. Even some of them here are dancing now. Isn't like the line or the hustle kind of thing. I got 2 left feet, so I don't know about all that. I would be on the ground tripping over myself. I can't do that. I'd have to practice a lot. I think maybe I could get it down, but that would be a lot of work, I think. But there's that little cymbal thing. Yeah, they got to clear out and open up the dance floor here. right, they have a back 40 here. They got small tables. No alcohol beyond this point. Then they got some heavy artillery across the street. And one of them's got a big hook thing, so you could hook things up. But, yeah, it's like a parking lot here, but they could have their little area here. They do the barbecue thing. And, yeah, you could smoke out here or whatever, get some fresh air. They could put a nice mural up here against that wall. That would work. That would look nice. And Bud Light, I don't want to get in between Bud Light and Kid Rock. My evil twin would run away from that, too. But, yeah, Grandpa feels a little frisky when he sees Bud Light, apparently. They have artistic barbed wire. There's the barbecue thing, so I bet that thing gets cranking here in the warmer weather. Barbecue. Yummy. I should have gotten in on that food action, though I'm kicking myself for not doing that. Look at this. Superior drinkability, whatever that means.
I like doing this shit. Anything this shit good. You do assessment down here, but you do this shit good on some real shit. I told
Yeah, it's photo op time continuing. Yeah, I bet they have a lot of great pictures. The band is, they got a little carpeting here. Reminds me of John's Carpet House. We're going to check out that blues action this summer. That usually starts up around Mother's Day and runs through October. That's Sundays from like 1 or 2 in the afternoon till dusk. I love blues action, so count me in. Most definitely. Live music, it's like taking candy from a baby. It's just that easy. At least I think so. So they allowed me to videotape, which is great. I hope they're okay with it. You got to be careful sometimes. You don't get, in people's business too much, so I'm being cautious with that. But this was just the first time here, so I was working out the angles and whatnot, the best positioning. So I think next go around I'll be able to handle it a little better. There she is. Look at the moves. She's bringing the boys to the yard with all that, for sure. Oh, and then, as the night progresses, you start getting into a little more of that, like, Dirty Dancing type stuff. So I'm just going to keep it on the lowdown here. Not going to show what's happening up top. We'll just let your imagination run wild. But, some fancy footwear. That's a big to-do. I think the ladies really check out the footwear that guys wear too. That's a telling sign. I have like work construction boots. That's probably not going to impress anybody, is it? Probably not. Michelle and the Soulful Band played 2 sets, but yeah, the dancing continues though, and then the DJ takes things over, and they're gonna go well into the night, at least till 2. But yeah, oh, and they have a pool table out back too, and this young lady was putting on a show like she owned the place, like it was her own crib or something. But yeah, she was schooling. But folks, get near the top of the hour, so we'll have to call it a night. But thanks for watching, and hope you have a great evening or weekend or whatever the case may be. And hopefully something new next week. So take care.
Call me later, because I won't be at home. Going out tonight, because I feel like it's love. I came out to have a good time, just as I did. We said, you see, all you want to do is go out and have a good time. You got everybody, right? All you want to do is let go some frustration, because you've had a hard and hell of a week.